Morning everybody, hope everybody's safe and well. It's a beautiful day. Be the reason somebody smiles today, as they say. I wanted to go into a little story. Today. So I was travelling through fucking college, and I'm going through the library, and I seen this little picture on the wall, and it's like a little bit of artwork and that, and then showed this girl with a backpack on, and she's like heading in the direction of whatever she's going for, but she's seeking something. That's what I seen it as. This young girl's, she's prepared and she's seeking something, and it said on the thing like, a year from now, you'd have wished you'd have started today. And it was fucking ironic for me at the time when I seen it. It fucking hit me there. I didn't fail to identify with what I was looking at. And this is the thing, like, what I wanted to sort of talk about is this story. This girl's like, she's put a bag on her back, she's got what she needs, and she's like, I'm gonna go fucking looking. I'm gonna go looking, and I don't really care about how long it takes, but she knows a year from that day, she's not gonna wish that she started today, and I'm gonna put that into my life. This is the first year I've achieved of my adult life without using any substances, mood or mind altering substances, in order to change the way I feel. And I come from a place where going out on 3-day benders at the weekend was just completely fucking normal, completely desensitized to the fact that this fucking behaviour was just fucking ruining my life. Surrounded by people that would just convince me with false evidence that what I was doing was alright. Always putting my mental health, my physical health at fucking risk. I was mentally unwell, I was physically unwell. That ability to be self-honest was just non-existent. Surrounded myself with people that was just giving me false evidence. Everything will be alright, it doesn't matter, that it's alright, don't worry about it. And everyone else was doing the same shit. So when you fucking surround yourself with the same people that are doing the same shit, it's hard to be self-honest with you. It's hard to be honest with yourself. And for the first time a year ago, give a few days, first time a year ago, I stopped fucking mugging myself off. I realised I was in a fucking bad place. I stopped listening to the fucking bullshit that all my fucking friends and people around me were telling me that sort of thing was alright to be doing. And I started to find a new way to live. And I went and fucking found people that had the right evidence. They told me that, presenting me with facts. This is wrong, that sort of stuff. Going out on 3-day benders, drinking yourself into oblivion, taking copious amounts of drugs at a weekend was fucking wrong. It's not the way to do things, and it's certainly not a message to leave your kids behind. I started to follow that direction. I started to put my hands and my life in the care and the love and the power of somebody else. Somebody who had fucking paved the way before me. Stop running on that false sense of pride that I was a fucking genius and I had all the answers for Neil's life. Especially at the age of like 30 or 31. Thinking that I had all the fucking answers. I started to follow somebody else's direction, and beautiful things started to happen. On that little journey of 15 years of that cycle of insanity, of fucking sitting in the pub weekend after weekend, chatting I'm fucking gonna do's, chipping away at my own self-esteem, low self-worth, didn't have the ability to be human or show love or empathy towards somebody else. And I always felt awkward in a social environment. Social anxiety, depression, dereliction, demoralisation. I couldn't function in a social environment. I always felt the need, and I was obsessed and compulsed to use a substance to make me feel just comfortable enough in my own skin in order to function around other human beings. Now that is a fucking sorry state of a fucking affairs. Where was the honesty in that? Neil, life shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't feel like that, so you shouldn't feel the need to be taking something to change the way you feel so that you can function in a fucking social environment. I don't feel like that today. I wake up every single morning brimming with gratitude, brimming. Life beautiful. beautiful. The ability to be self-honest with me today was something that I learned off somebody else. I couldn't teach it myself. You know, me convincing myself that I'm alright and I've got all the answers and that I'll be okay was the biggest fucking lie I told myself. You know, I was fucked. I was always obsessed and compulsed to use it a weekend. I was always obsessed and compulsed to change the way I feel, and I was always obsessed and compulsed to change the way I think. Mental health, physical health was fucked. And that cycle that I lived in for 15 years of doing the same old shit and chatting the same old I'm gonna do's was robbing me. It was eroding my life. It was robbing me of any inspiration, aspiration, motivation, goals, achievements, everything. It was robbing me of my relationship with my daughter. It was robbing my mum's peace of mind. All my friendships and my relationships was just revolved around using substances. How different things are today. You know, I can get up every single morning, look at the man in the mirror and be completely fucking proud of who I am. I am proud to be me. And when my daughter looks at me, she can look at me for inspiration. I'm an inspirational father. She looks at me for inspiration. You know, a beacon, you know, of proud and just magic stuff. You know, she can look at me and be like, I want to be like that. You know, kids do that anyway, so look at the way you fucking do. Look at what you're doing and what your lifestyle consists of. Because if it's fucking anything that were like mine, your children should not be looking upon that. Looking at that going, I want to be like that. This is normal. That's what my dad did. That's what my mum did. It's been a fucking really beautiful journey. It's been painful at times, but I didn't use. I fought out. I've took care of past wrongs and traumas and feelings and emotions. I've built some emotional intelligence. I actually fucking know how I feel today. I don't just go, oh, this needs fixing, let's go and get off my head. You know, I feel uncomfortable today, let's go and have a drink. I actually fucking sit long enough to work out how I feel, and I speak to it to another human. I speak about it to somebody else, and they give me the help and encouragement and guide me through that time in my life, and it allows me to live another day clean and sober. The benefits are just blossoming in my life. I'm benefiting mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, benefiting from this, from living this way of life. Now, I'm not here to try and convince you that you're doing the wrong thing, because I've had my fucking fair share of dereliction, believe me. You know, I've sat in that fucking same cycle of fucking insanity for 15 fucking years and didn't get fucking nowhere. I was sick and tired. I was just that person who just had enough. You know, from the outside looking in, everything seemed alright, but internally, I was done. I was ready for change. I knew deep down in here that there was fucking more to have from life than living that same old fucking shit, doing the same old shit with the same old people, chatting the same old I'm fucking gonna do's for another 15 years. Fuck that. And I'm glad I fucking holded my hands up and I asked someone else to fucking help me. It'd be surprising how much help and how many people out there would be more than willing to help you. They'd be absolutely fucking so grateful to be of service and help you and pass on that message of experience, strength and hope to change your life and find a new way to live. I'm not here to convince you what you're doing is wrong. I'm just here to remind you that a year from now, you'd have wished you'd have fucking started today. Stay blessed, guys.